Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my complete journal collection for 2025. I did a similar video last year and I've made a lot of new notebooks since then. Get comfortable because this is going to be a long video. It's difficult to fit all my notebooks into the camera lens, so I chose several different angles to show you the full scope of the collection. Among this large collection are bullet journals, sketchbooks, scrapbooks and much more. Over the years, I've accumulated so much creative work that it's scary to look at it. I'll soon have to move to a bigger house because there's won't be room for more stationery. By the way, my collection includes not only notebooks I bought online or in stores, but also homemade ones. I've stopped making my own sketchbooks lately, probably because I've started ordering so many online, plus it's time consuming. Making just one sample can take a whole day, maybe more. I decided to show you my collection from another angle. I stacked two large piles high. They are certainly very heavy. I could barely move them to the side, but at least the picture comes together perfectly. By the way, I will leave links to all the notebooks that I bought online in the description of the video. Maybe you will also like some and want to watch something for yourself. Okay, so I have shown you the general overview of my 2025 notebook collection. Now let me show you and tell you about each of my journals in detail. I'll start with all the new and empty notebooks. My latest purchase from AliExpress was this olive green notebook with a gold print. The paper is high quality and thick. The pages are unnumbered and there are two colored ribbon bookmarks. At the end of the notebook there is a paper pocket for additional materials. I have a lot of notebooks from a Chinese company called BUKE. Don't know how to pronounce it right, so they make very high quality products, so I order them often. I really like this lilac journal, not only because it's my favorite color, but also because it's a little thicker than other notebooks from this brand. I'm currently using the exact same bullet journal for 2025, only the cover design is different. The pink notebook is also from the same company. Let's call it B for short. The cover features a beautiful silver floral print, while the notebook itself is a pastel pink. The pages are numbered and have two pink ribbons. Each notebook may have a different paper shade. Here, as an example, I will show you the previous lilac one. It has a cool paper shade, while this pink one has a warm shade. The next journal is my DIY project. If you didn't know, I've made a lot of different notebooks by hand. I even have a whole playlist of videos about it on my channel. I especially like this one. The cover is light with a pretty golden leaf print. I stitched it with green thread and also attached a decorative ribbon with the leaves to the sides. There is also a ribbon bookmark with a metal tree-shaped pendant. The sheets of the paper here have a bright dot print that I printed myself on a regular large inkjet printer. I don't remember how many pages there are, but I think it's enough for bullet journal. Classic black one, also from the B. The material is soft and the elastic is also black. There's space for your own inscription on the front spread. Paper has warm shade with the printed numbers. Density 160 grams. There are two black ribbon bookmarks and a standard pocket on the back. The pastel green notebook is also from B. It's very similar to the light pink one. They are from the same series, only the silver print on the covers is slightly different. The paper is warm-toned with a dot. The pages are numbered and there are two light green stripes. This bright pink notebook is also from B. The cover features a cute flamingo image. The pages are warm-toned with the numbers on the edges. The paper density is also 160 grams. There are black and yellow narrow ribbon bookmarks and a pocket on the back of the journal. A vintage leather notebook with a key on a string. I have two identical examples of this type, each slightly different in a shade of brown. The paper isn't as thick, feeling about 100 grams. It's a craft color, which is what gives this journal its unique vintage feel. There are no markings, no dots or lines, but I use it for my vintage 2025 bullet journal, and everything works out for me. The little purple notebook with the deer was in a stationery gift set I bought on AliExpress. Its main distinguishing feature is the first spread, which, when opened, reveals a beautiful folded 3D image. The sheets are thin, about 100 grams, and have different markings and grid lines. There are also different prints on the pictures, which is also very nice. The blue notebook is long. It's not that very thick because it's made of the thin 100 grams paper. The notebook's markings are bright black dots, which makes it look completely different from the B notebooks. I mainly use these narrow notebooks from my minimalist bullet journals. All the blank notebooks are gone, so let's look at everything I'm using now. My vintage bullet journal 2025. I mentioned it's practically a replica of the notebook I showed you a while ago. I came up with the idea of keeping a vintage bullet journal this year. I still have half my notebook empty, and now I'm not sure if I should continue making a vintage bullet journal for 2026. What do you think? Do you like it or not? Let me know in the comments. If you watch videos on my channel, you already know what this notebook is. It's my 2025 bullet journal from B. It's already this plump and soon I'll be able to do flip through the pages for 2025. This journal has a lot of great ideas for spread designs, and I can't wait to finish it and show you. That might be at the end of December, so don't miss my new videos and subscribe to the channel. I chose a beige notebook with a gold print on the cover specifically for my 2026 bullet journal. It's excellent quality, white and has thick dotted pages. The first spread already has a beautiful planned print where you can write your name and the year you started this notebook. And my first completed setup for 2026 with the space theme. If you haven't watched this video yet, be sure to do so. This black narrow notebook is my minimalist bullet journal for 2025. I like its cover with the raised stickers. This notebook is unusual in that half of it has lines and the other half has dots. I didn't know this when I ordered it, so I was initially confused. But it actually turned out to be useful for combining different spread styles. The pages in this notebook are thin. I'll soon make a video about this bullet journal flip through. The blue B notebook is from the same series as the pink one with the flamingo. It features a beautiful image of birds on the cover. It also has a long black elastic band and a small pen holder on the side. I specifically chose this journal to document my travels. I designed the first spread to make it clear what's coming next. I already decorated this year 3 my trips. I also made a spread with a world map at the beginning. Very soon I'll add Greece 2025 here, and I will also make new spreads about my trip to Crete this year. I also ordered a grey notebook from AliExpress. The cover features a little squirrel holding a golden nut. I also started this TV series journal this year. I've already designed 2 of my favorite series, the first being Lost. The second series is probably one of my favorite television shows, Breaking Bad. It revolutionized my understanding of the crime series. The next notebooks will be either completely finished or temporarily abandoned. My very first bullet journal, the purple notebooks, is handmade. I started keeping this journal in 2022. The paper here is regular, without dot markings, which made it difficult to use. Yeah, my bullet journals look completely different now, and that's what happens when experience improves your ability to do something. A green narrow notebook with a cover featuring birds on the branch was my minimalist bullet journal for 2024. On the first few pages I sampled my collection of markers and highlighters. I like how I did the beginning of the year design. The butterflies looks really cute. All the spreads are great, and if you haven't watched the flip through video about this bullet journal, you can always find it on the channel. The red narrow notebook is my minimalist bullet journal for 2023. I started making this type of journal for the first time this year. You can always check out my regular monthly planner and my simple minimal one. This grey leather journal with a gold leaf print on the cover is my 2024 bullet journal. I also made this notebook myself when I couldn't order them online. This journal also features many beautiful and unusual spreads. I also came up with the idea of adding spreads from my travels and sequencing them according to the month they took place. My purple DIY notebook is a bullet journal for 2023. The purple cover with the gold print on the front and the black cover on the back go perfectly together. I also stitched it entirely with the black thread. In 2023, I experimented with the different fonts, designing the months in interesting styles and even doodled. My second bullet journal turned out great. Another DIY notebook with a vibrant dark blue cover accented with the gold ornaments. This is a fully finished scrapbook. This is my second completed scrapbook with the various themes. I enjoy this type of journaling. It's a fun pastime. The paper in this journal is craft paper, which also makes it unique. This sketchbook is my first DIY project. I even embroidered a beautiful flower on the cover. In this sketchbook, I started learning to draw with alcohol markers in 2018. As you can see, I'm getting pretty good at it. I received a green sketchbook from RTX as a gift along with a package of the markers for a YouTube review. It has very thick sheets of paper, specifically made for acrylic markers. I mainly used it to create samples of the all shades of marker they sent me. I also used them to draw various pictures. I made this red square ring-bound sketchbook myself, specifically for drawing landscapes with alcohol markers. It has a red cover on one side and a black cover on the other. The rings can be separated to add or remove paper. The sheets are thick and designed for the marker drawings. I wanted to fill this sketchbook completely this year, and I was eager to make a video tour of the sketchbook, but I still need to draw more than half of the pages of the notebook to finish it. I hope I will find the time and energy to do it next year. I got this black square sketchbook with a bow as a gift when I visited England. We were walking through the Hobbycraft stationery store and I saw this unusual notebook. It's made of thick black paper, so here you can't draw with many things. Acrylic markers are perfectly for it, and I've tried different types of markers I have in it. This is one of my oldest notebooks. I bought it in a regular supermarket in the stationery section. It had beautiful beige blank sheets, perfect for the drawing with the markers. I also learned to draw in the sketchbook. I filled it halfway and then kind of abandoned it. The last thing I drew in this was a sunflower in 2021. I don't know why, but I completely forgot about it. I've saved all my small notebooks for the last. The first is a beige scrapbook I made myself. It was my very first mini scrapbook where I tried to keep journal using scrap materials. Back then I didn't have a ton of stickers and other scrapbooking materials like I do now, so you could even call it a junk journal. It's a beautiful little purple notebook. I bought it about 10 years ago. The paper has a vintage feel. At first I just drew on it with a regular black liner. Then in 2020 I decided to try the Inktober challenge. It was an interesting experience, but I wonder why I haven't tried it again. My spade-themed mini journal with an unusual stitching pattern and a black paper. I made it myself specifically for scrapbooking. I've already made a lot of spreads in it, but many are still empty. I need to keep working in it. A small long sketchbook with a print on the cover. I bought it a long time ago when I started drawing. I thought it would be a great pocket notebook for sketches. But it still remains empty, well, except for the last page. I made this red square leather sketchbook myself. The covers are made of a thick cardboard, which I glued together with a single piece of cell-adhesive leather. It's great for drawing with the markers. I bought the blue pocket journal on AliExpress specifically for my trip to Greece. I had the idea to start travel journaling while on vacation, and I needed a compact option. I have 2 separate videos about how I made these travel spreads during my vacation. You can watch them anytime. I bought this little notebook with an owl to write notes for the kalimba. This unusual and melodic instrument is really easy to use. and rarely, but I still learned new melodies on it. By the way, can you guess where this melody is from? Let me know in the comments. A regular pocket notebook for small notes. A small vintage scrapbook with a leaf-shaped clasp. It has metal rings that are convenient for removing or adding paper. The sheets are thin and craft paper. I use it to my small vintage scrapbook spreads. And finally, the very last notebook. I came across this little one online completely by accident. It's so cute that I didn't even think about what I need it for. I just added it to my cart and ordered it. It's a small leather notebook with an elastic band and a craft paper sheets. This was my big collection for 2025 journals. Subscribe to the channel and see you soon.